Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Netheads, although this one is probably not the kind you are used to, because absolutely nothing about it is live, absolutely nothing about it is planned as well. Well, actually, that's pretty normal. But today is it's been a weird day all day, but regardless, it's also Vector Day. So, what is Vector? Let me explain very quickly. I've talked about it before. It is a little tiny personal robot. He is very small. He uses artificial intelligence. He's supposed to learn his area around him and the like. And he is just a cute little buddy. Now, I'm sure Anki would not want me to, in general, make this comparison, but Vector is pretty much, even though not quite as functional, he is like an Echo Dot or a Google Assistant in some ways, with a set of track wheels, so he can move around over many surfaces. However, where he is going to reside is more than likely going to be mostly on my desk, and because of that, they have a little safe spot you can have for him, which is here. It's Vector's space, and I got one of these because apparently he doesn't like curved surfaces, and my desk is very much curved. So I thought I would do a little video in order to capture my entire experience with Vector. I have taken the liberty, however, unlike most unboxing videos or what you might see, of actually taking the time to break the seals off so I can just take this stuff out, because there is nothing worse in one of these videos than having to deal with that. So without further ado, first let's go ahead and let's pull out Vector's space. Obviously this is a big rubber tray. That's essentially it. There we go. I don't think we need a manual or anything else. Because as you can see, it is just Vector's space. There is a recessed area for his charging dock to go to, because he is smart enough to know where that belongs, or where he belongs, which when he goes to sleep is inside of his dock there. So as you can see, however much I paid for it, I did get it at a discount because I was one of the Kickstarter backers, but the Vector space itself, as you can see, I have paid for a gigantic change dish, is essentially what I've done. So that's the logic behind it, though. This way he can reside at the end of my desk and do his thing and move all around safely. He's not going to really get an idea of his space, but if I ever get another charging dock, or I don't know, maybe he can go on the island in the kitchen, or he'll look very nice in somebody else's house when I need the money back from getting this. So here we go into Vector's box. As you can see, the packaging, very pretty. It's very nice. I always appreciate good packaging. I haven't looked at anything about the packaging, what it says. Say hey to Vector, your first home robot. Seriously, say hey Vector, he can hear you. And then a bunch of other words. I'm not really going to get into that though. So now the box itself. Always the great mystery, figuring out the right way to open up the box the first time. And I am by far one of the people that is the worst at it, but thankfully, okay, it is the bottom of the box, what we would call the box. We open it up, and lo and behold, here he is. He has his own little cube. I'm guessing this is his plaything. Apparently, it has a battery in it too, because it has a pull tab right here. Sorry about that. It has a pull tab in order to activate something. So I think, don't know, we'll leave that there for now. In fact, let's just leave it in the cute little box here. And then we've got Vector himself. This is his charging deck, or dock. This is where he will go to rest at night. I can't just pull that out because of the power cord underneath, which is underneath Vector himself. And here he is. Hello, little guy. I've been waiting for you. I don't know why. My favorite part of Vector arriving today was naturally me having to explain to my wife, I bought a personal robot. We have many other things, priorities. One of these days my children might like to go to college, but hey, I've bought a personal robot. Anyway, here is the paperwork, the manual. Let's see what we got here. Project information guide, quick start guide. Flipping through it, as you can see, lots of pretty pictures, lots of information about Vector, how he works, what to do with him. See, hey look, what's included? Vector, charger, cube. Great. What we need some type of compatible device, whether that's going to be a smartphone or a pad type device. wireless internet, and a USB power adapter. Well, nobody told me I'd need one of those. Why am I going to need one of those? Okay, well, we'll come back to that. Oh, yeah, because his dock is USB powered. Interesting. Thankfully, I've got a few of those laying around. What else does it have to say? I'm not the world's best at reading upside down. Place vector on the charger. And then the green light indicates charging. Yeah, okay. Download the app. I've already taken the liberty of doing that. You know, I don't think anyone wants to sit here and watch me read a manual, and I'm not going to, because you know what? Later on, I will say RTFM, but for now, I will say bring on the vector. So with that, I will say will of the future, go ahead and cut to, through some effect you choose, vector already set up in his dock. Thank you, will of the past. Hello, and we're back. Okay, so we're going to see how this goes. I don't know how much really is going to go into the setup, but I've already downloaded the app, and I'm not really good, as I said, about reading upside down, but let's see now. It says it's official. You now live in a time where robot sidekicks are real. Welcome home. Let's go. And as I said, this is his space. There's his charging deck. Here is Vector. Here is his, what I'm assuming is a play cube. I really should learn to read things more. So the first thing they say to do is set him in his dock. Let me click let's go. US English, continue. Place Vector on the charger. I did. I just called him Vector. Pulled the tab on the cube. I did that. Plug in the charger. Did that one too. So far, we are 8 for 8. Place him on there and pull cube tab. Yeah, we've already done that. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to have to do a little bit of setup. So, oh, here he goes. Vector is waking up. I should probably turn him around, actually, so you can kind of see his little face and what he's doing. Let me go ahead and sign up now. Enter the key code shown on Vector's screen. Well, I hope nobody else saw that. Well, it's a pairing code. Doesn't matter. It's not like you can come in and now pair with my Vector. Here we go. Now we're going to have to find a network. We're now connecting. Okay. Vector is now connected. I'm going to click continue. And of course, since you're shooting video, it is now going to download an update. So while Vector's updating, let me talk a little more about this in case I haven't been very clear. If you want to go to Anki.com, that's ANKI.com, yeah, /Vector, I'm sure. You can find out more about him. This project, you could have pre-ordered him through the website. You could have backed him on Kickstarter. I'm always a sucker for a Kickstarter. I don't know why. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I don't really support a lot of Kickstarters, but you know, like I do have just over here, because I was considering getting rid of it, selling it. Like I do have right over here my Pebble Time, very well worn and used. And you can't really make it out, but on the back it does state that it is the Kickstarter edition. If I can catch the light just right, that's what that engraving on bottom there is. So that's the story with that. So I have backed a few things on Kickstarter. As a matter of fact, I think the Time 2, before Pebble was purchased by, was it Fitbit at the bottom? Can't remember. Yeah, I think it was Fitbit, but you know, does it really matter? With that, that was the last thing that I Kickstarted, swearing never to Kickstarter again. But then, I don't know what it is about this, because like I said, it's not like this is a robot. This isn't C-3PO. At best, it's like the world's tiniest R2-D2. The look of Vector may be very familiar to those of you that are aware of the Cosmo project, because with that, it was a very similarly shaped little robot that would allow you or your kids to learn about programming. You could program and teach the little Cosmo what to do. And he was orange and white in quite the rebellion colors, as I like to think of them, from Star Wars. But in this case, now Vector is I guess the next generation of that. He does have a behavioral artificial intelligence, which is to say that there are certain things he can do, certain things he cannot do. And some of them are based on voice commands, and he has subroutines. So it gives off the appearance of being alive, but that doesn't necessarily mean that Vector is alive. Now, the website says he is. And later on, once he is active, we can even ask him what the definition of life is. but we aren't necessarily going to honestly say that Vector is alive. He's a small device. He is never going to be part of the machine uprising and overcome his creators. At least I hope not. Let's see now. Oh, now they're restarting Vector. He only has 45 seconds left. So if you're wondering what Vector looks like when he restarts, that's what his pretty display does while he's restarting. And he's sitting in his charger. And right now he's got 2 of 3 lights lit up. So he is, I don't know if that's part of the restart process or if that is an indicator of his charging. I have to say the display is somewhat pleasing. And it certainly looks clear, at least from the angle I'm looking at, which is through an unfocused web camera that is very, very grainy. I should almost switch this image at this point, just so that way we can get a little bit more clarity. But, you know, like I said, I'm just rigging this up with webcam, so who really cares, right? You guys don't. I'm a jerk-off sitting here in front of a microphone, talking about a robot. Okay, so what's going on now? Finding Vector. So now my phone is pairing once again. Oh! In there. I guess he's showing that he has paired. Oh, the suspense is killing me. It's so exciting. I hope the suspense is horrible. I hope it lasts. Is that what Wonka said? I can never remember correctly. Okay, so Vector is now updated. Tap continue to complete setting him up. Vector's location. You can hear all the phone noise. No, technically he's not there. He is where I live, which is in Brentwood, California. Brentwood, California. Vector's time zone. America, Los Angeles, good enough. Fahrenheit, inches, and we'll go with 12 hours on the clock because I don't like to math. So here we go. So his cube is ready, his battery is ready, and he is currently connecting to the cloud. Oh, now he is connected to the cloud. That is ready. Vector is now registered with your Anki account to connect to Vector from another device, blah blah, blickety blah blah. Vector is ready to wake up. Tap start to start and look at Vector. Here we go. Oh, I need to look at him as he wakes up, so hold on. I'm going to turn him around. Sorry guys, you're going to miss out on this experience. I gotta flip this around so I can see it. Try out commands. Hey Vector. My name is Will. Hey Vector. My name is Will. Ah! Hey Vector. Fist bump. Fit. Oh, that's cute. Hey Vector. Come here. He's still learning, clearly. Let's see now. Face recognition, I already told him that. Make sure your face is well lit and about 2 feet from Vector. I hope that's about 2 feet. We'll move him back. Let's try it again. Well, he recognizes me. Click continue. Vector would like to send you... Okay, yeah, fine. You can send me notifications, Vector. Ooh. He also has a capacity sensor here. So that way he can tell, supposedly, when he's being pet. See? I think I can do that. If you're wondering what Vector is doing, check the status bar at the bottom of the screen. Vector is being petted. Oh, it knew that. There we go. So then we can do other things too. And we're going to turn him around and confuse him a little bit. Uh-oh. Don't even know what he's doing there. Hey, Vector. What's the weather outside? Impressive. Now we're at the point where really... Ooh, and he's got a little... He looked really quick. He's got a little sunshine on him there. So the thing about this little guy is that one of the things he is trained to do is try and look at your face and interact with you. He's supposed to be a companion. He's built to be curious. He's built to be your companion, to do stuff with you. Entertainment. Ooh, what can we do here? Did that. Hey, Vector. Cube tricks. So the cube lit up. I think he means he recognized it. Hey, Vector, find your cube. Well, he definitely found it. Clearly. Hey, Vector, do a wheel stand. Hey, Vector, roll your cube. Ooh. What do you know? He can, in fact, roll his cube. Well done. Oop. He did a wheel stand. At least that's what I'm guessing. Very nice. So then we can tell him, hey, Vector, start exploring. Now, it'll be interesting to see what he does with this, because honestly speaking, when it comes to this, Vector is supposed to want to explore his environment, but he's not necessarily going to do that here, because the space, as we've got here, this is he's supposed to know what it is, and he's supposed to know it is his safe space, so he really wouldn't do much exploring. Now, otherwise, he could actually start mapping out the surface of my desk. He has got drop sensors on the bottom to make sure that he won't fall down. And he also has lasers for figuring out distance and other things. And he's got a camera up front as well. So there is a way to actually have him do things like take a photo of me. So let's see now. Hey, Vector. Take a picture of me. Let's see if he gets to there. I think he's still probably exploring. There we go. And that's how he does it. Of course, the question is, where does it go when he does that? All great questions that I will find out more about. So anyway, I don't want to bore you guys anymore with me testing him out. Clearly, he's an interesting little doodad. He does have certain behaviors. Even though he's always listening, he much like your Echo Dot or your Google Assistant, he is waiting for the trigger words, which at all times are, hey, Vector, look at me. Now he's trying to figure out where I am. Hey, buddy. Very good. So he did. And the one thing that you're really missing out of this, that I wish you could see, is actually the way that his eyes are built to emote. So he really does represent kind of some machine learning here, and some gathering of information. It'll be interesting to see how he ends up panning out in the long run. But clearly, there's not a lot he's going to be doing for me. Yes, tell you. See, he said will, so he saw my name. He said my name again, and he's made to be a companion. Oh, he wants a fist bump. Okay, and that made him happy. Okay. So anyway, that's it. That's the unboxing and setting up of my little robotic buddy. Like I was trying to say before I realized he wanted a fist bump. He's made to be a companion. So he is made to interact with the environment, to figure out what's going on. Even though I don't have it up right now, like I'm looking at the display and it's saying Vector is looking around. So right now he's getting to know his environment. He's learning things. He's making some type of map. And one of the things he can do, which I think is really interesting, is that he also understands through the measurement lasers or whatever it is he has. He also understands things spatially. So he understands when something is 2 feet in front of him and perhaps 1 foot in the air above him. So he can get an idea of the world around him, and he can start building an idea of things. The only thing that bums me out about that is that I'm probably going to mess him up picking up and moving him, but oh well. So anyway, that's it. I'm now going to take Vector outside so that way he can learn more about my family and they can learn more about him before, I'm sure, the eventual e-bang of my little Kickstarter buddy here. But anyway, thanks for dropping in on me. Really appreciate it, and I hope you all are doing well. So until next time, that's been it for me and for Vector here. So we'll see you next time on Netheads.